Good morning. It's Saturday morning, and you are here with me at Coffee and Conversation. Good morning, Cindy. It's so good to see you. Oh, how's your week been? Um, did you get the water back on in the house? Cindy had Cindy had a bit of a water issue in her area. Oh wait, was it water? Yes, because she said something about, her air conditioning was a water-based cooling unit, and, um, it wasn't cooling. So, uh, I hope everything's better. I hope all is well. Um, oh, look, she says we have water. It's always a good thing. Makes it easy to shower, makes it easy to do the dishes. Oh, not to mention you want to drink the stuff. The stuff, your body needs the water. Oh gosh. So, what are we doing today? We are going to talk about marketing. And um just like my headline says in uh the banner, um now that you're ready to get started, just how do you get started? Well, you need to get your name out there. And how do you get your name out there? um oh wait, Cindy says they're working on the pipelines, but water. Yeah. Okay, so how do you get started? You've got your equipment, you know how to use it. That's important. You know how to, because you can't just um take an order and then figure it out as you go. You really should practice in advance. Uh so you've got your equipment, you know how to use it, you know what products you want to provide. Um but how do you let the world know you're out there? How, I mean, you're sitting in your little office with your chair, or you're fiddling around with your equipment, and you're just waiting for the orders to just pour in, because you've got a good thing here, but nobody knows you're here. That's marketing. That's marketing. What you need to do is you need to let the world know. Oh, look, Barb has joined us. Good morning, Barb. I was just saying that now that you have your equipment and you know what you need to do, it's time to tell the world that you're out there. But how do you do that? Well, you could do social media, and that's, quite popular these days. But everybody you want to reach on social media, in your platform, part of your circle, um, probably not. Let's back up a second. Who is your circle? Who do you want to reach? Who do you want to sell to? Who do you want to market to? What kind of work do you want to do? Do you want to do um, schools and organizations? Do you want to provide a service for the local healthcare community? Hospitals, clinics, um, private home care. Let's see, who else have we got? Oh, other organizations. You've got um, the sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. That happens sometimes. Um, the military, the veterans of foreign war. That's where I was going. You've got local vet groups. You've got private clubs. You've got motorcycle groups. Those are always good. Oh wait, local little league teams. Um, so who do you want to market to? Make a list. Make a list. Once you figured out who you want to market to, who you want to approach, make a list of all of those in your area. Now, I don't know, try to think of 10. 10, just 10. We'll start with 10, and then next month we can do another 10. Um, you're gonna have to do a little bit of research. You're gonna have to get out there and find the name of the company specifically. Oh, just off the top of my head, banks. Do you know that banks do a lot of giveaways or they sponsor a lot of events? They always need swag, that stuff that has their name on it and, that they give away. Think of those things. So now you have your list of who you want to market to. Find out where they are. You need to know their address, and I'll explain that here in a minute. Um, Try to get a feel for who to approach. Even just make a phone call. The person that answers the phone, once you get an operator, ask them, listen, I want to send a product sample uh, for promotional items for your company. Can you tell me the name of the person that I should address this to? It's not hard. And the worst they're going to do is say, no, I'm sorry, I can't. Oh, look, Barb's got an awesome idea. Local churches, church secretaries are awesome for getting the word. You are so right, Barb. That is so true. Thank you. So make your list, get your address, find out who you need to address to, and then start prepping your product, your sample product. One of the things that I have done in the past, in fact, this is the project that actually helped launch my local production. Oh, excuse me, time for a sip of coffee. I saw I saw a video by good morning, Joe Rita. It's so good to see you. Joe Rita, I met her last year at Applique Getaway. Cindy too. I met Cindy at Applique Getaway. Both wonderful, wonderful women. Barb, maybe you'll come down this year. Love to see you. So this is something that I did years ago that launched my local production. It was a video that I saw created by Deborah Jones. Do any of you know the name Deborah Jones in the embroidery community? She is a long time provider, long time educator. She grew up with embroidery. Her father, as I recall, used to make custom Western wear, those sparkly shirts and outfits that the country singers used to wear on stage. He used to do that. Between the embroidery and the spangles, Deborah got quite the education. And later in her life, that's exactly right. Deborah Jones on YouTube. In fact, um, she also has a Facebook group. It's the My Embroidery Mentor, along with her videos. Now, both of these links are available on my links list, which can be found in the comments. Should be the very first comment. If you want to go see who Deborah Jones is. But one of the things she did was to suggest that you embroider a greeting card and send that out to your potential clients. Um, in my YouTube channel, again, it'll be on the link list. I have a video where I actually show you how to do this. And as a sample today, this is the piece that I came up with. Okay. It's actually a postcard. See? On this side, your standard postcard side, I just kind of wrote an introduction as to who I am. Hello, my name is Ramona McKee. Want to introduce you to Quick to Stitch? We're a local small business that specializes in blah, 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 blah. And of course, this is my stamp, and return address, very important. Post office insists on that. And then the address to the company and person you're going to mail it to. Now these can be those return address labels. You can produce those on your computer so they have a nice look. All this is just a greeting card stock. It's just heavier paper. I used an open filled design, a red work design, because you don't want to stitch something that's going to be so heavy that it punches out the paper. Let me back up. I first printed using the templates that are provided with this type of cardstock. I printed the areas that I wanted printed. Then I hooped with a sticky back stabilizer because you don't want this moving around. And then I stitched my design. Now, on the back, you got all this back stitching. You don't want that to show, which is why I chose a postcard. So now I'll either use, glue, or, for example, I don't know if you can see this. Oh, yep. I used a double-sided sticky tape. Here, I'll just peel off the sticky bits. And then I fold it in half, press and seal. And now we have a post office approved postcard. Now you can put it in an envelope. A lot of these greeting card kits, blank greeting card kits come with their own envelopes. You can put it in an envelope and put all your address work. Maybe use the backside for more information. But it's just a card that just showcases what you're doing. And in this case, my message is, even though we're embroidering, people are going to see the sewing machine. And then on the back, they learn who you are. So that's one idea. And again, in my YouTube group, I have a YouTube um, video that will show you more detail how to do this. Oops. Sorry, I'm getting a little clicky here. Uh, okay. So what else can you do? What else can you do? How many of you have been to, let's see what we've got here. You like that, Deborah? Or Cindy? Yeah, I can bring that. Sure. And yep, I can bring that. In fact, I have another one that I think you might even like. So, here's another idea. How many of you have been to any of the trade shows? You're walking along and you're seeing the embroidery equipment, and you're seeing vinyl equipment, and you are seeing heat press transfers. Have you ever looked on the tables and seen those little tiny t-shirts? And they're t-shirts. They look like they could fit a doll, and that would be, great. I spent the last 2 years trying to find those to buy them so that I could send out samples. Well, I can't find them. I think it was just a promotional item that was out there many years ago that people have just kept and, redisplay, because they're awesome display pieces. They do a great job showcasing what you're doing. So here's what I came up with. And this one is really easy. Felt. Everything stitches great on felt. But what I did was I stitched this, and I probably shouldn't have stapled these together, but I did it so I wouldn't lose them. What I did was I stitched a tiny sampler. Now, Eric Campbell, great teacher, another great educator in the business, says that when you send out an embroidery sample to a potential client, you really should send out their logo, a sample of their company. Well, in the embroidery world, not everybody digitizes, and if you're going to send out a mass mailing of 10, 20, 30, even 50 pieces, you're not going to you're not going to want to have digitized 50 different logos for the maybe. So what I thought, and of course you can do something different, what I thought was to stitch this little this little bit that says your logo and your name, and I cut it out in the shape of a t-shirt because I really liked that t-shirt idea. So you could also use the rest of the space. You could put something more in there. You could, type in a bit of text that tells, what you're doing, or just another uh, logo type graphic here. And then, you just cut it out as a t-shirt. You just fold it in half. And you cut out your little arms. Cindy likes this one too. And it's not that difficult. You just cut out your little arms, and you cut out a little neck space, a little rounded at the bottom, and you open it up, and it's a t-shirt. Now, you can print these on your own. These are actually leftover business cards from last year, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. Um, Basically, it's just my business card enlarged. Okay. And on the back, I had printed some information. Well, you can do the same thing. You can print your introduction and your detail here. And what I did was I stapled the t shirt to it. Don't forget to include a small business card. Oops. There we go. A small business card. Pop them in the envelope, address and return address, and put them in the mail. Again, to that list of 10, 15, 20 people, 20 businesses that you want to approach, that you want to get your name out. Now, here's the thing. Maybe XYZ school really doesn't have a need, but gosh, that was bad. The person who opened your envelope is going to look, and they're going to say, "Oh, this is great. I'm going to keep this information." And then they may share it with somebody else who may share it with somebody else. Okay. So, here's the last one. And Cindy, this one is to you. Um you suggested that I bring this one on, so I'm going to. And this is something that I do um with trade shows. When I go to trade shows or larger events that feature something that's similar. And in our case, because I'm a digitizer, I want to get my name out there to other people who are in the same industry that may need services. So I last year created a little zipper bag. I stitched up a bunch of press on patches, and this is all embroidered. Found these little bags on Amazon. They were really inexpensive, but it's a zipper bag, like a little pencil bag that we used to take to school. And inside that, again, was my enlarged business card. And on the back was information regarding the stuff that I put inside this bag. And last year it was common items, unconventional tools that you find that you can use at your embroidery machine. Cindy said that she loves the zipper bag and the stuff inside. Last year it had a snap bracelet. Remember those from the 80s? Yep, right? And the explanation was that you could use them to secure your rolls of stabilizer. Just, just like on your wrist, just like on your wrist, your stabilizer can be held by the snap bracelet. It also included, we'll save that one for last. Where is it? Okay. It also included a blank mascara wand. What does Barb say? She says, "I like the pouch advertising idea with the patch filled with goodies." Yep, more goodies. So, in again, this is just a disposable mascara wand that I use to pull the little bits of thread and debris from around my bobbin race, or any place that's kind of tight and needs a little brushing, and it can bend. And my the one this is on this piece here is a piece that was right before the event, is what sparked this whole idea. Everybody should have one. Is the no prick needle stick. All it is just a 6-inch bamboo skewer that, instead of putting your finger near the needle, to pull that bit of thread or to hold the fabric as it's stitching around, is you use the stick. How many people have you seen, have poked a needle through their finger? Yeah, that can be very painful. In fact, I came close to it myself not too long ago, and if it hadn't been for the stick, which snapped under the needle, that could have been my finger. That, I would not have liked that. So, anyways, this year I'm doing something similar. Maybe not the zipper bags, um, but again, I have a new piece that I'm putting in there with just a couple of other things. Just another, everybody can use a bamboo stick, no prick finger stick, and the mascara one. And this year's item, Cindy, you'll find out at Applique Getaway. Um, and again, the postcard, and you just pass those out. Just pass them out. And it just it people love getting free stuff. It's not overly pricey. It's a big business expense. Advertising, marketing, and advertising is one of those things that your accountant or your bookkeeper is going to flag to be expense. It's going to reduce your overall income. I can't wait either, Cindy. In fact, Cindy, that's just this next month, isn't it? Um, Almost 1 month from now. I am so excited. I am so ready. Actually, I'm not ready. I gotta package up my bags. Um, but that's what you need to do. You need to get your name out there. Let people know you're here. Let people know that you can provide a service for them. Find a way to do that. Again, you can do social media, but not everybody that you want to reach and that you want to work for are in your social media circle. So, that's all I have. Do we have any questions? Any comments? Anything? Which is fine. I know there's that whole uh, 8-minute pause that Jeff Fuller is always telling me about, and I think I need a haircut. Yeah, I know. I usually used to wear my hair really long. Now it's just long-ish. But going back to the postcard again, this one this one launched my local production. Now, I don't have a lot of production clients. Um which is fine because I have a lot of digitizing clients. But from that first mailing that I did, I still, and this is 9 years later, I still have one regular client comes back every year. Thank you, Cindy. Um, just a couple of ideas, just something to get things started. And, maybe you have a different idea and you'll expand on that. And this just helps spark that imagination and that thinking on what you can do to make all of this happen. So, um, Cindy, I think it's just you and me, which is fine. I want to thank you so much. Thank everybody who is following this video live or in the replay. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share my thoughts and my ideas. Cindy, I'm going to say goodbye, which means I have to go to my other video. You ready? Thanks, Cindy. We'll see you next month.
Wasn't that fun? Do you have more questions? Do you want to learn something new? Join me at quicktostitch.com for coffee and conversation, and we'll talk about it. Embroidery machines, designs, and business. Hope to see you soon. Bye now.